Hey everybody, what's up, and welcome to another Sims 4 house building video. In today's video, I am back, I guess, building in The Sims 4. It's been a while. It's been a very, very long while. It's been almost a year since I've posted on this channel. Maybe not quite a year, probably around like the 9-month mark. It's been a long, long while. So welcome back. Welcome if you're new. If this is the first time finding my channel, hi, my name is Jack. If you're a returning viewer, a subscriber, hi, my name is Jack. It's been a while. You might have forgotten who I was. Yeah, it's been a hot minute. So before I get into this video, I want to explain a little bit about where I've been, what's been going on. The easiest thing to explain is that I just haven't been playing The Sims, and that is because I have a gaming computer, or had, past tense, and it died. It just one day stopped turning on. I was very frustrated, kind of beside myself trying to figure it out, because it was a very, 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 very expensive computer that my brother actually built it for me, so it was a custom-made computer, very, very high spec, and very annoyingly, it just stopped working one day. Don't know why. It kind of started slowly. It started like crashing randomly, and I was putting it down to The Sims being too hard on my computer, and then it started crashing while I was doing anything. It turned into like Googling anything would crash my computer. Just generally using it was crashing it, and it was just straight up blackout. Like there was no warnings, there was no nothing. It was just boom, gone, dead. So obviously I couldn't really build anything in The Sims, let alone record a video, let alone edit it. So it's been a hot minute. I'm finally back in a position where I can record. I still don't have a new computer, but I have ordered one. It's on the way, and this is footage that I was able to salvage from my last computer. Basically, I was able to get it running long enough to get any footage that I had off of it, which wasn't a lot of footage. This is the only video that I had that was in any way ready to be uploaded or edited or any kind of usable footage. This was all I was able to get from it. This is a house, well, it's two houses. They're kind of two townhouses. They're kind of famous. I think they're from San Diego in America, maybe. I'm not sure. Somewhere in California. I'll put it up on the screen and a reference picture here just to give you guys an idea of what I'm basing this house on. But to be honest, I built this almost a year ago and recorded the footage almost a year ago. For reference, I built this when the Love Struck pack was like still new. So it's been a hot minute. I think that's when I built it. I'm not quite sure, but it's been a while. I haven't really played The Sims since I built this, and unfortunately this build is going to be lost to my old computer. I won't be able to share this one on the gallery, but the main reason why I wanted to upload this video was to give you guys a bit of an update. I'm hoping to have some new content coming very, very soon. Once my new PC comes in and I'm able to like get it set up, running, start posting some new content, I'm hopefully going to be able to get back into a normal routine of uploading. I've been promising this for a very, 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 very long time. If you watched any of my other videos on this channel, I've said in all of them that I want to get into a better upload schedule, a more regular one, and there's been a lot of reasons why that hasn't happened, but the biggest one was that my computer was constantly on death's door, and I was constantly trying to make it work because I couldn't afford to replace it. But alas, I have replaced it. It's happened. So hopefully from this point forward, you might see some more regular uploads from me. Maybe not for a couple of weeks, because obviously, like I said, my computer hasn't arrived yet. But once it does arrive, I'm hoping that the normalcy will set in again and I'll be able to actually upload for you guys. But all that being said, thank you for bearing with me as I gave you guys a bit of a rant and a bit of an update. Thank you if you've stuck around. My channel has somehow continued to grow while I've been on a break, so thank you to anyone that's new. Welcome. Thank you so much for subscribing, for watching all of my content, liking the videos, sharing them with your friends. It really means the world. To be able to step back for the better part of a year and come back to a channel that hasn't completely died is very reassuring. So thank you guys. And yeah, now that that bit of housekeeping is out of the way, on to the video. So like I was saying, this build is 2 townhouses. They're based on real life townhouses. Can't think of the name of them right now. Listen, I'm a little rusty. I haven't done a voiceover in a very, very long time, so bear with me. But I can't remember the name of it. I'll put it up on screen. If it has a name, can't even remember that. But like I said, built these a long, long time ago. But they're these 2 very, very famous townhouses. One is all pink, one is all black and grayscale. They're very iconic. I'm sure if you have like a Pinterest board, these houses have shown up on Pinterest. They were very famous on Tumblr back in the day. I know them as the Trixie and Katya house. I'm sure a lot of you will know them as that. But yeah, they're very, very famous. I wanted to build these. I remember when I built these, they were something that I wanted to build for a very long time. And when I built them, I was actually getting back into playing Grand Theft Auto, which is a bit random, very opposite to The Sims. But I like a lot of games. Grand Theft Auto is a bit kind of out there for me to like, but it's fun. But I was playing that game and I was driving around, and these 2 houses are actually in Grand Theft Auto 5. And it kind of sparked the idea, and I was like, yes, I'm going to build those. So that's what I did. And they were a lot of fun. Now, bit of a disclaimer with this, like I was saying earlier, I don't have access to my game or any of my files where this was saved, so I won't be able to share this on the gallery. If you guys really like this house, I will rebuild it and I will put it up on the gallery, but as of right now, I don't want to do all that. But so bear with me. If you guys do want that, I will, but otherwise this is kind of just lost to the ether. Another little disclaimer about these houses rather, is that they're partly unfinished. There's a couple of unfinished bedrooms. I was in the middle of building this house when my computer died for the last time. So there is a couple of unfinished rooms, I think mainly on the basement floor in the pink house. Yeah, the basement floor of the pink house and the basement floor of the black house. They both have some empty rooms. The pink house has 2 empty rooms and the black house has 1. Originally, I was kind of thinking of leaving 1 room in each house empty, but you know, with the intention of you guys can download it and make it whatever you want, but that didn't happen, so they're just half unfinished houses, I guess. A bit frustrating, but it is what it is. There's nothing I can really do about it now. I don't really know what else to say about this build. It's been a very, very long time since I built these, and I can't really remember what went into them. So I'm kind of watching this for the first time with you guys. I do remember I really enjoyed building these. I always love to build something with a very strict theme. So if it's like a fantasy house, or if it's like a specific period house, or in this instance, 2 very distinct color palettes, like being able to build an all black house. I've done all black before. I did it with the goth house. I think there's something else that I've done that's all, if not all black, kind of mostly black. A lot of the modern houses that I do, I tend to kind of build very dark, moody kind of houses. But the goth house was a very modern, my interpretation of the goth house was a very modern take on it, and it was a lot of kind of black brutalist style. And this house definitely falls into a similar vein, but the pink house is something very different for me. I never really build something that's all one solid bright color. Obviously it's not just all one color. You can see on the outside it's kind of purples and pinks, and also I'm colorblind. That purple siding that I've used on the outside of the pink house, it looks blue to me, but my housemate has reassured me that it is purple. I still see blue, but listen, it is what it is. I must have seen purple at the time when I built it, but to me now it is so strikingly blue. But I've learned to accept that I'm probably wrong when it comes to colors. But yeah, it was just kind of a fun challenge for me to build something that followed such a strict theme, like a strict color palette like pink. Yeah, it ends up being a very, very monotone kind of build. But it was a lot of fun. I'm actually thinking of, in my new era of building new things and trying to upload more regularly, I'm trying to think outside the box and come up with new ideas of like the types of content that I actually want to produce and do. And I'm thinking of doing things like a Barbie house and kind of leaning into less strict. So a lot of the content that I do is building things from TV shows and movies, and I still want to keep doing that. That's what I love doing. That's the majority of what I post on this channel. But I want to branch out a bit and start building some more interesting things. I'm also toying around with playing some other games. Let me know what you think about that. But I want to build things like a Barbie house, or a house that you might find in Minecraft, or houses from Grand Theft Auto, or something like that. I don't know, kind of leaning into different ideas, different styles, and leaning very, very heavily onto themes, because I just had a lot of fun with this one. And with the new fairy pack, I haven't bought it yet, because obviously I can't play the game until I have a computer that can play the game. But I've seen a lot of people build kind of hobbit houses using the new fairy pack. I actually don't even know what the fairy pack is called. It's something nature. I've been kind of out of the sim sphere, but things like that. I was thinking for a long time that I wanted to do a hobbit house kind of inspired build, and now that looks like that will be quite possible with the new pack. I might have even mentioned it before in some of my older videos that I wanted to do something along those lines, but here I am a year later, still not having done it. But I'm trying to think of new ideas and something that's a bit different, bit out of the box for me, to try like reignite my interest in playing the game, because I really miss playing this game. I'm really excited to get back into it. I'm really excited to get back into like uploading and actually sharing content with you guys. I feel optimistic. I'm really hopeful that something good will come of all of this, and I can actually start to produce regular videos. But yeah, all that being said, if you guys have suggestions, if you have ideas of what you want to see from me, please let me know. I know I had some big plans this time last year of doing things like, I had a whole schedule made out for October time. I was going to do a lot of kind of spooky themed builds, very seasonal content. If you guys have any ideas like that, if you want like specific Christmas houses, because we're getting to, I know this is very far in advance to talk about Christmas, but things like that. If you want to see me do the Home Alone house, if you want to see me do whatever, the house from, I don't know, the Barbie movie, that would be, I never thought about that. I was thinking of doing like a Barbie house, but like a classic Barbie doll house. Never thought about the Barbie movie. I might do that. Add that to my list. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions of future builds, future videos that you want to see from me, please let me know. I'm also thinking of completely rebooting my Building the World series, because that just kind of fell on the wayside for reasons that I've already mentioned. And I've just kind of lost interest in it. So I kind of want to start fresh with it. So expect new versions of the Goth house, new versions of Don Lothario's house, new Caliente house. And I'm also toying around with different types of filming styles, maybe some real-time building, maybe like multiple parts of building the same house. I don't know. I'm very open to new ideas. I'm very excited to have a new working computer so I can actually explore all of these ideas. And like I was talking about a few minutes ago, potentially branching out from just playing The Sims. Maybe I'll play some more games like House Flipper or City Skylines or Paralives when it comes out. I don't know. I'm just feeling a bit more optimistic, a bit more, I don't know, like having fun on this channel. Because I used to have so much fun playing games and uploading and sharing my videos with you guys. And I'm just excited to get back into it. So I have a lot of big ideas. Who knows? I often fall to the wayside and forget that I promised anything. So please bear with me. But if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Yeah, I think that's all that I really have to say. But I'm not going to end the video here. I'm not going to end the voiceover, I should say. There's a lot more of the video to get through. So as you can see, as I'm ranting and rambling, a lot of the house is taking shape in the background. So we finished the exterior of both houses, and then I moved fairly quickly into the interior of the pink house and pulled together a very, very, very pink interior. And I actually love this house. It's kind of this really cute blend of like very modern with kind of boho aspects. Like the kitchen is very sleek and modern, but then there's kind of funky tiles, and there's a cute rug under the dining table, and there's a blend of kind of traditional furniture pieces with very modern furniture, like the console table that's behind the couch mixed with very modern couches. I just really like the blend of styles in this house. I think it's very cute. And I know I say that a lot. I know I do. I know it's been a while, but I remember I say that a lot, that everything is cute and I like everything and this, that, and the other. But To be honest, I wouldn't share videos with you guys if I didn't like what I was doing, because there was 2 other videos that I pulled off of my computer when I was able to get it running long enough to get this footage, and I tanked both of those videos. I just got rid of them because they weren't good enough quality. I wasn't happy with them, so I didn't want to share them with you guys. So when I say things like, I'm really happy with this, or I really like the style of this, it's true. I like my own builds. I wouldn't share them if I didn't. But this house is just nice. It just came together well. It's very much not my style, but I like to kind of invent characters in my head and try to picture who would live in certain houses. One of my last videos was I built 2 townhouses, like kind of London style townhouses, and I had very strict ideas of who the people that would live in these houses or occupy these spaces, who they would be, how they would fill their day, what they were doing in the house, how would they afford the house. And I kind of ran with that theme throughout these houses, and I was picturing that this pink house is kind of maybe a young lesbian couple, kind of artsy, kind of well-to-do, because I feel like if these were real houses in San Diego or wherever they are, I can't remember, they would be expensive. So I kind of did a at-home art studio, and I was imagining that these women would be very successful in their own right and be able to afford it kind of no problem. And I was picturing that the house next door would be owned by like an older single bachelor, and they're kind of butting heads with each other because they have such contrasting styles, like brutalist, all black everything versus bright pop pink boho. Like naturally I feel like those personalities might clash a bit, but that's just the kind of stuff that I like to do while I'm building houses like this, especially when it's not something, like I said, based on a TV show or movie. I build a lot of houses like that. When it's not something from something like that, I try to invent characters so I can give myself a better idea of who I'm building for or whatever. That being said, actually, there's some new TV shows and movies and things coming out that I really want to build houses for. And if you guys have any like favorite TV shows, favorite movies that you want me to build from or build houses based on, let me know. I have a couple of ideas in my head. Like there's a new season of Wednesday coming out, so I would love to throw my hat in the ring and try to build a version of the Addams Family house, or maybe the school that Wednesday goes to in the show, or if in season 2 there's a new house, a new recognizable house, I would love to give that a go. I'm a big Addams Family fan, especially the musical. I'm a big musical theater nerd, and I've always loved the Addams Family musical, so I'm very excited for Wednesday season 2, and I would love to build something based on the Addams Family. I also just saw the new Superman movie. I would love to build Clark's apartment. I would love to build the Kent's house. Just loads of ideas like that. If you guys have a favorite TV show or a favorite movie that you know there's an iconic house from, I know a lot of people have requested Practical Magic in the past, and I've actually never seen that movie, but I did see that they just announced a sequel for it. So great excuse to watch the first one in preparation for a new one. I'm going to build it in The Sims. Who knows? But if you guys have any ideas like that, if you want to see new content like that from me, let me know. Let me know what your favorite movie is, if you just want to share that. Yeah, I don't know. I just think I have a lot of fun ideas coming down the pike. Down the pike? Down the pipe? Pike. I don't know. But anyway, ramble out of the way. I mostly finished the pink house. Like I said, I didn't really do the bottom floor in that house. I was planning on coming back to it, never did. So we're moving on to the all black everything house. Now this house is very minimal. You'll see it in the kitchen in particular compared to the pink house. The pink house ended up being kind of cluttered and kind of leaning on that boho style. Boho style. This black house is much more muted, kind of blank counters everywhere, which is very purposeful. It's weird. In The Sims, when you try to do minimal, it sometimes leans on looking unfinished, which was not my intention, but it's kind of how this house ended up. I kind of noticed it in the screenshots that I was like, ooh, this kitchen looks unfinished. That wasn't my intention. I wanted it to look very sparse, very kind of minimal. I imagine the person that lives here is a bit of a neat freak, and that's why everything is black. And it kind of just matches their kind of Debbie Downer personality. Not that liking black is a Debbie Downer. My favorite color is black, but this character that I was inventing, or this sim, or whoever would live here, that's the kind of person I was picturing. So I wanted everything to be minimal, but unfortunately that leaned on looking a bit unfinished in hindsight. But it is what it is. I did toy around. You might have just seen a flash of it there with the dining room table. I did toy with the idea of kind of introducing wood tones, very quickly abandoned that and just went to all black everything. You also might notice that throughout this video, I am hitting the save button every 30 seconds is what it looks like. That's because at the time my computer was on death's door and I knew that at any moment it was going to crash and I was going to lose all of my progress. It happened with basically every one of my builds leading up to this one. My last like 4 videos were a painstaking labor of love of trying to just finish the video without losing all of my progress. So that's why the little saving icon is flashing up so many times. I tried to edit around it, but it can be kind of hard to edit properly without giving you guys like motion sickness from how much the camera spins around when I cut parts out. So please bear with me on that. Also, forgot about this. I was able to use that new, quote unquote new, it's like a year old now, that Don Lothario pack with like the giant TV and my new favorite couches. I absolutely love the furniture that came in that pack. It's just very quintessentially my style. That very plain rug, very modern kind of art pieces that I'm putting around. Basically, this entire living room is what inspired the idea to build this house. Because I was like, I want to build a house that would suit this older bachelor style that they were going for with the Don Lothario pack. I can't remember what it's called. Again, if I remember, I'll flash the name up on screen here. But if not, sorry, I'm going to call it the Don Lothario pack. But in this house, I think it just ends up being... No, it's 2 bedrooms. I forgot, I actually built a nursery in this house. So maybe I'm completely misremembering the type of sim that I wanted to live here, because I don't think an older bachelor would have a young baby. Because it ends up being like a nursery, and then there's a gym, and then the principal bedroom. So I actually don't remember what my theme was with this house. Maybe it's flipped. Maybe the lesbians lived here and then the cranky person was next door. I don't remember. I don't know why I'm calling them the lesbians, but you guys know what I mean. I was just coming up with ideas and running with it, but obviously it was a year ago, so I'm trying to remember, but I can't. Anyway, that little ramble out of the way, we're coming very quickly towards the end of this video. If you've stuck it out this long, thank you for listening, for watching. This has been a particularly rambly and kind of frazzled voiceover from me. I promise I'm usually not this deranged, but it's been a while. Please give me a break. It's been a long while since I've recorded one of these, but I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, share it with your friends, your family, your mom, your dad, your cousin, whoever you want. And hopefully I will have some new content coming towards you guys very soon. Not hopefully, I will. I will have new content coming out. Bear with me. But that is the goal. I hope you guys had a wonderful time watching this. Wherever you're watching this from, let me know where you're watching this from. I love to hear where you guys are tuning in from. I get people from all over the world commenting on my videos and continues to blow my mind every day. But yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day wherever you're watching this from, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.